PR Connections Radio presents. This episode of Dana Does Voices is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and non-profit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success. Welcome to the Dana Does Voices podcast with Dana Wall Oakley on prconnectionsradio.com. In each episode, I will showcase my voiceover talent by reading my own scripts with multiple characters, highlighting various accents and voices. I will occasionally interview a diverse mix of entertainer-type individuals. Tune in to PR Connections Radio, Facebook, and YouTube Live to watch Dana Does Voices with Dana Wall Oakley. Hi there, and welcome to another holiday episode of Dana Does Voices. This one is my Halloween episode. Today, I will actually be reading two different original scripts. The first one has 3 characters, and the second, 4. Hopefully, you'll have a whole lot of fun listening. The first one is the story of Crackvin, the lonely swamp monster. Once upon a time, there lived a handsome, actually, let's not mince words. He was a disgusting swamp monster in an abandoned school in a spooky wooded swamp. His name was Crackvin, and he was lonely. One year, as it was nearing Halloween, Crackvin decided to go out exploring the woods surrounding his swamp to find a companion, someone he could talk to and play swamp games with in the overgrown schoolyard. The bats living in the belfry were not quite the conversationalists for whom he was yearning.
I may be a disgusting swamp monster, but I am so lonely in my swampy, spooky, abandoned school with only my bats for company. I need someone to talk to, someone to play with, someone who will help fill my boring days and lonely nights with scintillating friendship and companionship. I need to have some courage and venture out and find a friend. I will find someone that won't mind my muddy complexion and my oozing mossy limbs.
On Halloween Day, Crackvin screwed up his courage and left the schoolyard. He squelched his way toward the nearby town Lycanthro City. Overhead was a full moon, and he found his way easily through the swamp and the spooky woods by its bright light. His pet bats had joined him for company, but flitted off here and there, chasing down juicy bugs. They really weren't much company. Crackvin, our disgusting, handsome swamp monster, saw Lycanthro City and watched from the outskirts. As it was Halloween, he saw costumed kitties running up and down the street from house to house, yelling "Trick or treat!" and getting goodies from the people within.
What a good idea! I will go up to the houses and make friends with those others dressed as monsters. Maybe they will think I am a kid dressed up too and want to be my friend.
Crackvin thought to himself and went into the street. He approached the first house and knocked on the door, leaving a huge muddy splat. Something opened the door. Crackvin thought it might be a male human, but he wasn't very familiar with that type of thing, so he wasn't sure. His exposure to humans had been very limited, what with being stuck in a swampy, spooky, abandoned school. Also, this human had horns on its head and a red face, and he didn't think humans normally look like that. In fact, it kind of looked like his sometime buddy Beelzebub. Speaking in the devil's tongue, Crackvin tried to talk to it.
Hey there, beastie. How's it going?
Of course, the human didn't understand him. It just screamed and fell on its back.
Did that thing just faint?
He wondered to himself.
Why on earth did it do that? Am I too scary?
Crackvin moved on to the next house, and then the next. No one wanted to talk to him. They either gave him weird wrapped foodstuffs or fainted.
This is getting ridiculous. I want to talk to someone. I need to find a friend for my lonely nights and boring days in the swampy, abandoned school in the spooky woods. Will anyone ever talk to me?
Would anyone ever talk to him? He is handsome after all. It's right there in the description. Okay, he really was a disgusting, muddy, slimy swamp monster. But there was someone out there for everyone, wasn't there? Crackvin kept his hopes up as he went from street to street on Halloween looking for a friend. As the long night wore on, he got very tired and decided that it just wasn't a good Halloween after all.
What a horrible Halloween. I never should have left the school. The bats will have to do, I guess.
Crackvin sighed as he talked out loud to himself and headed back to his school.
Bats?
Crackvin heard panting from behind him. He spun around, flinging mud in all directions.
I love bats!
It was a young werewolf. Was it really a werewolf or just another kid in a costume?
You do? That's cool. I had a flock of bats as pets. They were following me. I don't know where they disappeared off to. Will you help me find them?
Sure, sounds like fun. My name is Pete the Wolf. Oh!
Thanks, Pete. Let's go. Are you a real werewolf or just some kind of human thing that's not afraid of me?
I'm really a werewolf. Halloween is the only night I can come out without scaring people. And it's a full moon on Halloween this year, which is great. I live in the spooky woods just outside town.
Hey, me too. I'm right in the middle of the woods in a swampy, abandoned school.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. I'm actually right near there. This is fabulous. I'm so excited to have a new friend.
Me too. This is going to be so much fun.
They headed off back to the swampy abandoned school, searching for the bats along the way. They discovered they had so much in common. Pete loved the woods, loved bats, and loved to play fetch. Crackvin loved those things too, and he loved to throw the ball. How much fun they were going to have together. Crackvin finally had a friend. Now he wouldn't be so lonely. They found the bats on their way to the schoolyard and wrangled them back into the belfry, where bats belong. Pete had a great time looking for bugs to feed the bats. It looked like it wasn't such a horrible Halloween for Crackvin, or for Pete, after all. That is the end of Script 1, The Soliloquy of Crackvin. Next up, we have another script. We're doing 2 today for Halloween. This one's sort of Halloween related because it does feature our favorite anti-hero, Rory, the homicidal teddy bear. It's called Kevin's New Friend. We have 4 characters. In North Shore City in the Aberronity Mountains, Kevin the chef was super excited. He had just purchased a new assistant for his kitchen. Yes, I said purchased. He found a fabulously priced robot on Amazon, and it had just been delivered. Kevin had decided to add to his menu's selection of desserts, and this robot was programmed for cooking, as well as baking, all types of food. Kevin wrestled the robot out of the box, assembled a few easy parts such as a head and arms and a motherboard. He turned it on. The robot was about 4 feet tall, of silvery gray metal. It had a square head, triangular holes with red light bulbs for eyes, a rectangular slit for a mouth, arms with multi-tool hand-type pieces, and a square body that ended in treads to enable the robot to move with ease on any surface. Kevin was thrilled with his new baking assistant. He really hoped this would bring a whole new level of customer to his diner. A cheerful digital voice emanated from the mouth-like slit on the robot's head, while the eyes flashed in time as it talked.
Please state my name and function.
Hi there, you're Bacon Bob, and you will bake cakes and other desserts for my diner.
Can you start with a big chocolate cake, please?
Very good.
Please stand back.
And with that, Baking Bob did a turn around the kitchen a few times to find the equipment and ingredients it needed to start baking.
Cool. I really hope it knows what it's doing. I could sure use some amazing desserts to bring more business into the diner.
Baking Bob started measuring and whisking and stirring what it needed according to the programmed instructions for big chocolate cake. He poured the chocolate mixture into big pans and into the oven to cook. Then the robot gathered the necessary ingredients to make frosting. Kevin was mesmerized by the efficiency. After watching for a few minutes, he started his own preparations for the dinner rush. Tonight's special was chicken fried steak and gravy with mashed potatoes. In his quiet forest clearing, our favorite homicidal teddy bear had just come out of his cave to head down to North Shore City and bother Kevin the chef for dinner. Maybe he could sneak a snack of a diner or two, although he had once promised Kevin not to eat his customers.
Oh, well,
thought Rory.
Will he miss a yummy customer or two? Maybe he'll have a tasty fish dinner and I can keep his promise.
Rory knew the promise to not eat diners was Kevin's promise, not his, but he kept it so he could keep going back for an easy meal. As Rory made his way out of the clearing and down the mountain to the city, he thought about the difference between customer snack and fish snack. The internal demon couldn't tell you if one was better than the other. Both were pretty high on his "that's yummy" list. Rory entered Kevin's diner through the front door and headed for the kitchen. A couple of people were sitting at a table eating dinner. Rory thought about eating them for a minute, but then decided to see if Kevin had any fish on the menu first. He planned to do a comparison and see which was actually better. Baking Bob looked up from putting the finishing touches on his big chocolate cake to see a mysterious figure in the doorway. Baking Bob, being a robot, was not startled, but Kevin looked up and jumped back. He bumped into Baking Bob, causing him to jostle the big cake, which promptly collapsed.
Oh no, the big cake has collapsed.
Yaks, Rory, you scared me. I thought you were going to come in the back door so you wouldn't upset my customers.
That was your rule, not mine. I wanted to see if anyone was dining I could snack on, but then thought you might have fish. Can I do an experiment and compare them?
Well, no, thank you. If you eat my customers, they can't come back. Then I'll have to bring in the sheriff to catch you and lock you up.
Bummer. I really don't want to be locked up, even though I don't think the sheriff could catch me. I would have to eat him, and then I would have to eat you because you snitched. What the heck is that big silver dude in your kitchen, and what is he doing?
Kevin tried to stay composed at the thought that Rory might eat him. He thought to himself, "Ooh, I really need to calm Rory down and make sure he leaves happy without eating my diners. I wonder if he likes chocolate." Kevin laughed. It was that, or cry. "Well, that's my robot, Baking Bob. He will make desserts for my menu. Well, the first cake just collapsed completely. Do you like chocolate? Do you want the cake?" Rory laughed too. He had never had chocolate.
"Ha! Don't know, never tried chocolate. Suppose I could give it a try."
And Rory downed the enormous collapsed chocolate cake with one big chomp. Kevin watched in horror and wonder, hoping Rory would like it. Rory rolled his tongue around, savoring the taste of chocolate. He liked it. Yes, he liked it very much.
Yes, I think I love chocolate cake. Got any more? I'll trade you your customers today for some more cake."
"Baking Bob, bake like the wind. Get some cakes done pronto." Baking Bob actually laughed a cheerful robot laugh.
He. Message received. Baking commencing.
The cheerful robot quickly made 4 more big chocolate cakes. None of them collapsed, and Rory only ate 3 of them, which left 1 for his diners. So Kevin the chef was happy. Rory was happy, and so full he had to waddle slowly back to his quiet forest clearing and his cozy cave to sleep off the sugar high for a week. Kevin thought about how laughter had solved his Rory problem today and hoped that the next time it would be just as easy. And that was Script 2. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Dana Does Voices on PR Connections Radio. Tune in for another set of original scripts on the next holiday. See you then. Thanks again.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.